Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about six in one hand, half dozen in the other. Okay, during Tony's devotional yesterday, we learned a whole lot more about the mikveh than we did before. Wow. Just wow. At first glance, if you look at some of the basic steps, you're going to see a lot of the same similarities that we have, at least some of the Christian churches have, to baptisms. And, then you start looking at some of the other ways that Christian denominations do things, and you see a lot of similarities and a lot of differences. And, people start getting real stressed out. And does that make them any less meaningful or more meaningful than the way that you do it in your church? Absolutely not. Let's step out of the faith community here before I really step into it, if you get my drift. And since I'm a math geek, let's talk about math, because that kind of adds up. Ha! See what I did there? Okay, if you want to teach your kid about, basic math, let's say 3 plus 4, there's different ways that you can do it. First, you can have them use their fingers. You got 3 and 4, all right? You can have them just count, 3 and 4. You have them use a number line, 3 and 4. Have them use blocks. That's a real popular one nowadays. Or you could even tell them that there's 4 Gospels and 3 in the Trinity, and that might be a little bit advanced for a beginner. But all roads lead to 7, right? Just getting there in different ways. Now, this is just my opinion here, but I'm pretty sure that if we're baptizing somebody, whether they're sprinkling or dunking them under, in His glory, He's going to be looking down and just welcoming whoever it is into the glory of God and into His family. Now, when we were being rededicated while in the River Jordan over in the Holy Land, I saw these tiles that were talking about Jesus' baptism, and they were all done in different languages. And that really struck home for me. And then talking about, something else that was going on there was talk about Paul. When he was writing the letters to the churches, this is just as the churches were starting to get revved up. He was already having to remind them to keep their eyes on what's important, Christ, instead of trying to fight over the little details about who's doing what and who did what and who did, who's doing this and that and the other, all the way back then. This is just a thought from a very grateful guy who was washed in the glory and cleansed by the blood. Okay, I probably shouldn't sing that. The Bible verses today are Mark 1, 1 through 11, and 1 Corinthians 1, 10 through 17. As far as questions, do you remember your baptism? How do you feel when different churches do things differently than you? God bless you. Have a great day.